Yeah, so when you guys are talking about this episode and saying something about the British invasion, I thought we were going to talk about the Beatles. No.
That's not what this is about?
No. Now I have to talk about...
Now shake it up, baby, now.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
I've never been
not that kind of British invasion. This is about World War II and the Brits, though.
Airplanes.
Yep.
Airplanes. Talk about the Beatles on... funny, this was not set up ahead of time, but I do have my Abbey Road shirt on.
Abbey Road, take me home.
No.
That's
what they did. You just... Holy shit.
Oh,
is that
my
not
God.
it?
Can we just start the episode now?
We just took Abbey Road, the Beatles, and British, and he started singing American music like that.
All right.
I'm cutting it here. We're starting the episode.
Welcome to High Alpha Hooligans, everybody. I'm Scud. We got Fifi confused
I still
about
have that song in my head, dude.
what kind of Brit stuff we're talking about, and Jimmy is lost entirely, but we're all here. This is going to be an episode about British Warbirds. We're going to talk about the Spitfire and the Mazze. But first, let's talk about our sponsor, Fox 3, Managed Solutions, Luck. Big shout out. Thank you for everything you do for us, all the support. Also, our partners, Eagle Dynamics, and we've talked about it already before, but our partner, Flight Sim Expo, just around the corner. Yeah, it is official. We are officially partners with them. We will be there
partners, baby.
In June. I know there's a whole bunch of hooligans that are going to show up and hang out with us there. That's going to be awesome. But you should all sign up, join up, get your tickets, and come see us and all the other cool Flight Sim stuff there. You can get your tickets at a link that we will have in the description of the video. Also, another new partner, Sim Gaming Expo in Chicago in September. And we are going there as special guests. We will have a booth. We will maybe be doing a Q&A panel, and we'll be recording a podcast live there, all kinds of fun stuff. So look up Sim Gaming Expo. We'll have more information on that as we start getting closer to it. But
that was a fun conversation. That was a fun conversation.
That's going to be a good time. Sim Gaming Expo, not just flight sim stuff. They're going to try to get a lot of flight sim stuff there, but it's all sim gaming. So if you're into truck driving games, race car games, or any other sim gaming, farm sim gaming,
possibly a dogfight tournament.
There may be a dogfight tournament there
at the expo.
Lots of stuff to develop on that, but that's a new one. And then we got. Yeah, go ahead.
What's up with all that SimFab stuff you have in the back?
This?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hey, SimFab. We've given you a couple episodes for free so far. Why don't you give us a call, hook us up, or maybe on the next episode I might have to cover that up.
I do need to get a new chair though, because I bought this chair from Waterfront Rescue Mission, which is like Salvation Army down here, for like $19.67, and it is like I'm sliding forward out. It's like, I'm waiting for it to collapse and the piston to go straight through.
No. That will be pleasant. That's great. So hashtag SimFab. Everybody hashtag SimFab. Make them watch this. SimFab.
Our email address.
Okay, so we're already putting your shit on here. So look us up.
Hashtag Fifi needs a new chair.
Yep. Our email address is highalphahooligans@gmail.com. Hit us up. Or be
Since we're talking gaming shit and Fifi needs a new chair, anyone who wants to send Fifi a chair, let us know. We can give you his address. No, but I do want to say I've had this chair for a while. Secret Labs chair. Holy shit. It is one of the best gaming chairs I've ever had. And honestly, the packaging was one of the best packaged products I've ever received. The instructions, everything, the way it was wrapped. And then I had a problem with the strut. It wasn't working. And when I called them and told them, they sent me one and it was packaged. Like it was wrapped in packaging, wrapped in plastic, and then in a box, and the box was like cut out. The foam was cut out to fit the cylinder perfectly. Like that SimFab.
Yeah.
Or not SimFab, but Secret Lab.
They had a Moza level packaging on that.
So, Secret Lab, give us a call. There's your one for free.
You want for free.
News today on the DCS side.
Yes.
New airplane drop. Beep, 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 beep. Very appropriate. Very appropriate.
Hot start news. Hot off the presses.
This is Bulletproof Bob Barnes.
Yeah.
All right. So this is about the British Warbirds, but we're going to give you like hey, we've flown it for like 45 minutes to an hour first impressions of the new LA-7 that just dropped.
We
the
just
Russian
call it English
Warbird.
or European Warbirds.
Yeah, there's not, we haven't flown it enough to talk in depth about it, but I do think we should give first impressions of it since it just dropped.
Since you guys like immediately downloaded it and it was like, we're going to try it out. That was actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got to.
One, it's $40.
Yeah, it's only $40.
It's only
Early access.
It's
All
$40.
right.
It's $20 twice.
It's just
So-
20. It's just $10 four times.
Exactly.
It's 8 $5 bills. Like
That's how you know. Like that's how you know. Like some people worked in like sales at some point in their life because like you break it down to the ridiculous. When you're talking about trying to make a sale, like when I was trying to sell,
Bro,
like,
this
somebody,
ain't
like,
nothing.
a new
It's only
Harley Davidson.
40,000 pennies. All right.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
4 Starbucks coffees, all right?
Yeah,
Well,
like
that's
we
maybe
break down
for-
dude,
ridiculous,
that's
like
wicked accurate with
your
Starbucks.
brand new motorcycle payment is only like $10 a day. Like, come on, you can spend $10 a day, and that's like, and then people are like, oh yeah, that's not too bad. I guess I'm gonna buy that motorcycle. And next thing you know, I was selling Harleys. But anyways,
Comrades, we need fighters faster than Germans.
What if we make it out of aluminum?
Ah, it's too expensive.
what if we make it out of wood?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
That's
good enough.
fucking stupid.
It's gonna be great.
That's fucking stupid.
All right, and
All right. So the LA-7 just dropped, and Fifi has not flown it. He's been watching me and Jimmy jump in and fly it. Jimmy, what are your first thoughts? What's your like initial day one jump in the plane? Or do you want to tell people what it is? We'll know about it first.
Yeah. So the LA-7, Russian Warbird came after the LA-5. It's intended as a interceptor.
Before the LA-9.
Yep, exactly. You know, it just fell.
It came
comfortably
after the
between
LA-5
and the 9. You know
in the
what I'm
night,
saying?
yeah, it makes sense.
It's a low to mid level fighter, so its domain is ground to 15,000 feet. It's got some technology on it that's good for the age, or good for the era, as front leading slats. It's a good airplane. It held a impressive record in World War II on the Eastern Front. You know, at the end of the war, it did come in at the end of World War II. It was introduced, first flown in 1944. So it's
like mid 44.
Yep, it is the apex predator of the Red Army of the sky for the time, and it was built to fight the 109, the 190s. I mean, it is a low altitude apex predader.
So
yeah, it is.
interesting facts.
Go ahead. Fifi's got the facts.
I went and looked up some interesting facts.
Ooh, factoids.
Just the facts,
So-
man.
I took a
just
dump
facts.
today and had Google.
Basic.
That's when I do my best
So-
research.
There's the
Poop joke.
So, yeah. So actually, one
My
of the
bad.
top aces for the Russian Air Force flew the
Mhm.
LA-7.
Yep.
So it was pretty potent in the short amount of time that it was. It's got credited with 2 Me-262 kills as
Ooh,
well.
damn.
It is a jet killer. And then it actually had speed paint on it. So for everybody out there who is in the car world, everybody knows that stickers make your car go faster. And it's 100% true because it was proven by the Russians, because they actually had to put a special veneer lacquer paint on it since the whole thing was made out of wood. and they actually had to sand it down and then repaint and sand it down. They actually found out that they got a few kilometers an hour out of it just by painting it properly. And because originally they thought that it was going to go faster because of where they moved the intakes to the wing roots, which also caused the pilots to pass out in the cockpit because they were sucking exhaust fumes down.
Whatever.
But
Not important.
the paint actually made it go faster. So there you go. There's your weird LA-7
Yeah.
That's cool.
facts.
And that reminded me of a few things. It is credited. It's not like super duper fast. It's not like 450 miles per hour, but it does.
It's like 410.
Yeah, 410, 411. It is credited as having for the era some of the better acceleration within its area.
It's because it's made of wood.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I like how
wood's
Jimmy
heavy,
says
though, but I mean,
410, 411. He's like 410 plus or minus 1 kilometer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no,
There's
it's
scuds.
its top rated speed is 411.
You just hit Scud's like pet peeve. Remember when we're flying formation? He's like, "Hey, lead, how fast you going?" I'm doing 413 knots. Just fucking tell me 400 and slow down.
No, because
Yeah, so go ahead.
yeah, that was one of the metrics I looked at. I looked at its speed compared to the Mustang, the Spitfire, and the 109, and the LA-7 was in the first column, and it was 411. So,
I know. I just thought it was funny the way you said 410, 411. Like 410, give or take 1 knot,
yeah.
Could you?
1 kilometer.
Yeah. 6'7", 6'7".
There. I was hoping that wouldn't hit the podcast. Thanks.
Oh
Phoebe.
my god, dude! I've got a hilarious story if we have 30 seconds. So I work with the after-school program, and the kids are awesome. And one day, one of the kids goes, 6'7". I was like, "That is," and they looked at me. They're like, "Oh, you gonna say anything?" I was like, "I don't care. I think it's stupid, but whatever." And he goes, "Bro, all you old people go 6'9", and you guys think that's freaking hilarious." And I was like, "Point taken. Continue."
Valid.
As I was.
Do you know what 69 means? No. Shut up, idiot.
Now that we've gone thoroughly off track.
All right. So yes, it's late entry, kind of peak of Russian fighter technology. That being said, it feels like it should have come out at the beginning of World War II when you fly all the other Warbirds, because it is like the Russians lagged behind in their tech when it came to what we were building versus them. 14-cylinder dual roll radial engine. So if you think this is going to be like the I-16, it's not. It's way higher performing than that.
Gooder.
And way more gooder. And like Jimmy said, it's not a high altitude airplane. It's a low to medium altitude fighter, which is because that's what they needed to defend their country against the Germans coming in. They didn't need to go up high and escort bombers across, France.
Also not long range.
And in that, very short legs, very short legs.
third.
But that tends to happen when you look at other Warbirds that were built for that purpose. We'll talk about it. The Spitfire is not a long range escort plane. You can put extra tanks on it, but it was designed to protect the United Kingdom. The 109 was built to protect Germany and German occupied territory. The LA-7 was designed to protect Russia and Russian occupied territory. And so I really like this after flying it for only a short amount of time. There's my first impressions. There's some really good, and then there's also something that I think is really bad. 3D model and visuals are phenomenal. The airplane is up to par with any other major module that you'd buy as far as how it looks, with one exception, and that's the mirror. It doesn't look like a mirror. It looks like they just took an extra window of an aft-looking view and pasted it where the mirror should be.
It looks like you have like a phone just up here.
It looks like an iPhone clipped up there.
That's what it looks like, and it's
if you've driven any like new car where the rearview mirror is not a mirror, where the rearview mirror is a screen with the camera looking back, that's what this mirror looks like. So on that aspect, I guess the Russians were way ahead of technology.
Cleanest mirrors ever.
But if that's literally like the only gripe so far on the module, like that's pretty awesome.
That's the only gripe on the 3D model. Yeah, visually.
The
otherwise,
3D model,
it is stunning. To include the fact that the cowls open and you can see the entire engine, which we have not had on a Warbird.
Or when you showed me when you look down along the floorboards, the cable's moving in the pulleys. When you're when you're working the controls,
you're
and stuff like
flapping.
that, so that's really cool. When you're flapping,
Yeah.
when you do the flappity flappity.
The exterior model is fantastic too, because like sometimes I don't know if it's like maybe like the community mods, but like sometimes it feels like the exterior model just kind of like is like overlooked compared to like the textures of the interior of the cockpit, but the exterior is perfect. Like every seam is textured. You can see like all the bendies, you can see the rivets, you can see all the deviation and like every seam. It's good, especially where the canopy, like the canopy slide rail. I don't know what it is about it, but it's modeled really, really well, and just everything, like the cow flaps, the motor, like everything is visually pleasing on the eyeballs.
I hate to say this, but here we are with another new Warbird, right? And we've gotten a few Warbirds, but this is the newest. And I'm going to say that now that we're getting newer and newer Warbirds, this visual model for the LA-7 makes the Mustang 3D model feel very dated. Exterior.
Yeah.
When I look out at the wings in the Mustang, it looks like it's now kind of subpar compared to the textures we get on the Corsair and now the LA-7. So they've knocked it out of the park with a 3D model.
Yeah, even like the
flying
pins, like the gear pins that extrude through the top of the wing, like there's no question that's not just like an image. That is like a pin sticking up so you can visually see like gear extended.
Yeah,
like,
they did really good with it.
It's crisp. It is.
Flight model wise, so far, I would say it's kind of on par with the 109. Mm-hmm. It's not got the speed of the Mustang, but it does snap roll. It does got leading edge slats. And when I'm fighting against the instant actions are against 109 or a 190, when I'm fighting against a 109, I feel like it's a very even match. It is a tight turning. Yes, I wouldn't say it's Spitfire level turning, but it is definitely ready to go toe to toe, down low with the 109.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what it was designed to go against. So it's good to see that it's represented well in the game. And that was actually a cool surprise watching you fly it, and then looking over on the wing and watching the slats pop out. We're like, oh shit, it's got slats.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Like it's not just and like with its crisp like textures when those like when those slats move, like they move it like
yeah, they
the systems, right? So I think this is another one where they crushed it because it is as complicated as any Russian Warbird should be. It is complex. The start procedure is complicated. When you have to, like, as the engine starts, hand pump fuel in, and then the engine start system runs off compressed air, but that compressed air also is your brakes, and if you don't do the right things with the valves, you can start the engine and then find out you have no brakes.
I got an analogy.
I struggled to figure out how to get the landing gear to go down because my landing gear wouldn't extend, and then it wouldn't emergency extend because I didn't know I needed to use compressed air to emergency extend it. And then I'm trying to figure out why the gear wouldn't work. Sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. Well, it's because if you don't do what you're supposed to with the gear, you destroy the hydraulic pump. But then even if you do what you're supposed to do with the gear, the flaps don't come down. I'm trying to figure out why the flaps don't come down. And it's because of the way the hydraulic system is built. And all these things that I thought were wrong with it, as I read about it, I'm like, no, these are all, it is exactly as complicated as it is supposed to be.
Dude,
what's your analogy?
So it's like starting a Model T while scuba diving and trying to hold on to a Mustang.
Yeah.
That's
so
actually, it's
I love the complexity. I think it's fun. I really like the complexity of the systems, and I think that is an area that, like, if you download it and fly it, you need to read up on the systems because it will bite you. It will not do what you expect it to do.
So it's safe to say that it's a true study level kind of aircraft?
Absolutely, bro. Like,
for just the simple things like starting the engine and keeping your brakes working and getting the flaps and gear to work, like all the things you take for granted in all these other planes. It's like, no, you got to do it just right.
The air pressure alone by itself, because the brakes run off of the same air pressure that runs the starter, that I don't know what else it runs, because it
runs the pneumatic system for the guns.
So, like, if you don't shut off your starter air starter valve, it will continuously put all that air pressure into your engine, which is running by itself, so it's just drinking all of it. And then you just watch your gauge go, get fucked brakes, and then you pull forward and you're like, I ain't got no brakes. Yeah, I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no brakes in it.
You ain't get no breaks.
It's good.
I would like to. Good.
You have to. No, you have to. It is study level. It is definitely DCS level.
Yeah.
Warbirds, and you're gonna have a bit of pride when you fly this thing, and you get back and you put your gear down, and you still have brakes because you remembered sequentially what systems have to function in sequence without forgetting to shut off other ones and bleeding everything out. So
Yeah.
No.
Very, very well done with complicated systems.
Well, guys, that sounds great. It sounds like it's an absolutely wonderful module. But please tell me, is there anything that could be improved upon?
Yeah. And if Octopus may be watching this, Mag 3 responded when we called out a few things, so maybe these guys will. I think this is an early access module. This is damn near a home run hit. And then right as the ball is going out, right as it's crossing the fence line, sound engineering, sound effects jumps in with a glove and just catches the ball and says, no home run today. I think that
analogy.
For all of the amazing things that this early access module presents right now, the sounds are lackluster. And you wouldn't know that when you start it up, because the sounds on the ground,
really
idling
good.
and taxiing and starting up sound phenomenal. And then once you get it in flight, it is just dead on sound. We talked about it in past episodes where the sounds give you an immersion and make the airplane come alive and feel real. We've talked about Heapler's incredible work with sound and how you can hear every little rattle in the cockpit when it's buffeting. You can hear the teeth chattering and every, the sounds of acceleration and the sounds of like moving the airplane around. All of that comes into your ears and it gives you this great immersion. This doesn't have that, at least doesn't have that yet. The only thing that changes on engine sound at all is prop RPM. And so when you punch the prop forward and start manipulating the throttle, there is no change in sound at all. There's no change in exhaust note as the manifold pressure changes. As you dive the airplane fast, there's no real crazy auditory sound that you're going fast. If you get it into the stall and the buffet, there's hardly any sound of stall or buffet. There is a little whistle when the canopy's open when you get close to a stall, but when I'm fighting in it, there's a lot of time where I feel like it feels numb. I know I'm accelerating. I know I'm accelerating on the Bandit, or I know I'm decelerating to not overshoot the Bandit, but I have no auditory clues to give me the sensation that it feels real. And so on that one, that robbed them of a home run.
I want, if I could, offer suggestions. You can't. So there's a little bit of like buffet sound, like Scud said. Like you can hear it sounds like a pizza box that's empty getting dropped on the floor when it starts to buffet. Super quiet. Like you've got to listen for that and don't be talking to anybody on Discord. You got to bring that up. And then also with the buffets, there's cabling everywhere. Give us some sounds of like cabling, stressing or, slapping against the floor. And then also the front console, you get a little bit of shake, but I want to be able to hear that as well. For everybody who flies DCS without motion, without a butt kicker, without, force feedback, there needs to be audible and visual cues to those buffets. So, and speed, like you need, like when you go fast, you can hear like a little bit of like wind going past the canopy, but it's like, it does not impress upon your mind's eye or your mind's ear the correlation of like actual speed.
Your mind's ear.
Yeah, because it's good. You hit it like dead. It does feel dead because you can be in a turn pulling and you're at the edge of a buffet. You hear the little faint, and then that's you get a little bit if you have force feedback. But we need more to know that we're near a stall. There's turbulent air slapping the exterior of this aircraft. So
Yeah, planes make noise when they shake.
Mm-hmm.
It's loud.
Really?
Like that's where Heapler like hit it really well. Like
Yep.
when I flew the 38, when you turn in the 38, I mean you've got a headset on and earpieces in and all this noise and when you turn that thing and it buffets, you're in a pressurized cockpit and you can hear the canopy rattling. Like this is a wooden cable controlled Warbird with a thin canopy. Like this thing should be making a shit ton of noise when it shakes. So anyways, if they're listening, if they're watching, that's our advice. That's our gripe. That's our one gripe, that in the mirror. And it's early access. So here's hoping that maybe they improve the sounds.
Same thing happened with the Iowa when it came out. Like a lot of people had issue It didn't sound good, and that was rectified over time. And I'm sure, the voice of the player base, if we say we want better sounds, I think we're gonna get better sounds. And we're not saying that it's bad. The plane is fantastic. The one thing that neither Scott or I mentioned so far is this thing has 20mm cannons. Cannons, like not machine guns, cannons. And it is nice to be able to snipe a German fighter for once and hit it with a 3-round burst and kill the engine instantly and walk away like, suck it.
Yeah,
'cause
it does
we're
pack a punch.
Oh, dude.
You know what else has cannons, though, and is a Warbird?
Oh, do tell.
The Spitfire.
How are you going to say Fifi's dad?
Oh, wow.
Can we
haven't gone there
just
for a
throw
while,
the
I'm sorry.
Fifi's Dad song on this episode? Maybe at the end. All right.
No.
Did you see?
So we need to move on and start talking about the Warbirds, the British Warbirds. I would like to throw in now, just so it's not at the very end. I would like to throw something that I forgot to say at the beginning in, and that is stay tuned for our Patreon that's going to be launching soon. And I want to just talk about a few things that we know are going to happen on that. There's going to be different tiers. We'll let you know when it actually goes live. But there's going to be some swag that's given out depending on what tier you get to. Some special access to us through the disc or through the Patreon and through our Discord. There's going to be a repository with all the missions that we build and fly. And what we're going to do for the first time on this episode is when the episode's done, we're going to record our post-show behind the scenes of the episode, and that will be something you can access on Patreon. So I just wanted to make it that now that in the future here, look out for it. And with that, let's jump into the Brit invasion, the Beatlemania. No, way before that.
Anyways.
All right. Fifi's he just looks grumpy because we've already done a Mustang episode, and now he has to sit and listen to a Spitfire episode.
I love the Spitfire. It's a great plane. I have nothing against it.
Dude, the Spitfire is iconic.
Yeah, it is.
Let's start with that. It is absolutely iconic. Go watch Dunkirk.
You could say, yeah, 1, Tom Hardy, 2, Dunkirk.
Tom Hardy.
But no, you could say that the Spitfire was the one tool in the Allies' arsenal that kept the Germans from taking over all of Europe. Hands down, the Spitfire and the Hawker Hurricane, before I get any hate. But those two aircraft were the two aircraft that saved World War II before the U.S. entered.
It stopped the Axis powers at the channel.
Yep. And
yeah,
it deserves,
they were intercepting and shooting down buzz bombs that were flying in England. And it is a great airplane.
So this is a long awaited episode. As much as we fly Warbirds, I'm so glad that we're here talking about it.
Well, and it's not just this. It's this, and then we'll follow this up with the Mazze. But we're starting with the Spit.
Let's talk about the Spit.
Let's talk about the Spit. Then.
Let's talk about the Spit. I have an interesting fact about the Spitfire.
There was 30 different versions of it.
Oh, there were a lot. What is one of the most iconic things visually about the Spitfire? See if you guys guess it.
The elliptical wings.
The elliptical wing. In the world of airplane design and liftover drag, which is a big part of designing a wing, not just during World War II, but for many decades and decades, if not still today, but I know for a long time, like well into the 20th century, that elliptical wing has the most efficient liftover drag curve. Of all the other wings that have been designed for all the planes to follow, that airplane creates the most efficient amount of lift versus drag than any wing that's been designed.
I mean, it explains why it turned so well at the speeds that it did it at.
It is a turning airplane. Jimmy, kick us off with some. What do you want to talk about? You want to jump into 3D model, flight model? What do you want to go to?
Let's talk 3D model. How's it look?
I think it's a little dated.
It is, well,
it's an older module. It's okay to say
it is an older module, just like the Mustang. It's a little dated.
But with that being said, like it means you're going to get like a pretty fleshed out module as well.
Very fleshed out.
So everything's pretty much works as well as it should work.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's really any bugs to it. The mirror's nice, so you guys can't talk about the mirror.
It's got a great mirror. I love it. It's one of the two best mirrors in DCS.
It is.
That and the Black Shark. They're like the two best mirrors in DCS.
I wouldn't say that the 3D models.
It's good
because I fly at very high resolution inside of a very high resolution headset, and
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hold on. Jimmy's wallet's barking.
Pound a blast. But I mean, visually, when you sit inside that cockpit, like it's good. Everything stands out. There's every switch, every lever, every handle stands out. It pops. There's nothing sitting flat. There's no question of, is this like a picture?
Well,
no, this is a proper 3D model. I think
it's got to look good. It's got to look inside that cockpit for you to find where all the freaking switches are.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks great. It looks great if you want to be in an airplane that feels more like you're in a submarine with wings.
Yeah, left.
The British interior design, man, is mind-boggling to me. The half the switches aren't labeled, and that's just the way they are. You're like expect at least a label saying this switch does this. Now they're not labeled, and then they're backwards. Like on is backwards and down is on, and there's some weird stuff there. And yeah, you look around and you're surrounded with by copper pipes and tubes and brass. It's like it's Supermarine, and it's definitely like marine airplane.
It is not big at all.
And that goes to the compass as well. I mean, I really like the compass in the American Warbirds, and the compass in the German Warbirds are kind of weird. And then the compass in the Spitfire it's like they literally took it out of a Navy ship and just put it between your legs. And you have to lean forward and look down on it and be in level flight. It is such it's so British.
But what's crazy thing is like pilots in World War II were flying that thing with 6 hours of flight training.
Yeah.
Grab me in one.
That's true, man. It is a great airplane to fly, flight model wise. Yep. I love the way the Spit flies.
Yep.
It is such an incredible turning airplane. The normal one, and then the clipped wing, which maybe doesn't turn as well, but roll rate is incredible. Dude,
I like
that's a spicy airplane.
The Clippy is spicy.
That clip wing model, I forgot what it is. I'm not even going to try to remember what mark model it is. But you got to remember that one doesn't have the 8303s in it or the 4303s in it. It's got 250 cals and then 220 mils in it because that's a late war model. Yeah. Because it's after they realized that the 303s weren't effective at all whatsoever.
not enough punch.
Yeah. And so they put 50 cals on there.
Oh no,
so dude, 250 cals and 220 mils.
They're effective for ranging your cannon shots.
Yeah, that's about what it is.
For your 120 rounds of cannon that you get in the
yeah. But yeah, the flight model feels phenomenal. That airplane it performs really well down low, and it is probably maybe with the exception of the I-16, if you know how to fly it really well, it's probably the best turning Warbird we have in the game. It is your fight is what everyone wants to do. Like if you're in a Mustang, you should not be getting in a turn fight, right? You should be diving down with speed and then climbing back up to the heavens.
Ambush.
And you should be doing fast fighting. But when you fly in DCS, everyone wants to turn. No matter who it is, everyone will get into a turn fight. And if you're in a spit and you drag somebody to a turn fight, you are well suited to win that match.
Yeah,
with the exception of
lunch money.
The 109. The 109's close. It can turn and fight good, but the Spit is
the Spit can turn, it can fly slow, like it can recover speed quickly, like you can
it's fast too.
Dude, you can it's everything.
Yeah, it's quick.
You can reverse in that thing too. Like if you're in like some scissors, dump it, hit a hard flare, let them go right past you, you punch it right back up and you're on their tail. It's good.
Yeah. As opposed the flying and playability of it too, as opposed to like the Mustang, particularly the Mustang, but other Warbirds, the engine management is so much easier.
One switch.
The Rolls-Royce engine is one switch to open the oil coolers, and you can, for the most part, romp on that engine and not really overheat it. Like where in the Mustang, you're constantly watching the oil temps. It's a much easier airplane to manage as far as the engine and the other systems.
Yep.
Flaps are up or down. That's it. So you don't have to worry about different flap settings. It's simple when it comes to flying it.
And weapons is super easy too. Like the gun sight is easy. Bombs is beyond easy. It's one button.
It's got the super cool torpedo fuel pod on it.
Yeah.
It's got the slip tank,
it has
the low drag fuel tank.
Yep. Bombing, it's not bad. You can carry 500 pounds because you can do a 500 center, 250s on each wing. And you dive on a target with that. You can do some ground strike. No rockets. That's okay. Because we have cannons, because those cannons can punch through everything too. It is simple to use.
Oh, it's great ground attack with the cannons.
Yeah.
I would say the gun sight, unfortunately, unlike the American Warbirds, the gun sight is fixed.
Yeah, not gyro stabilized.
So and because that airplane has the ability to turn sharp and pull a lot of alpha for a Warbird, you find yourself inside the turn on the enemy and ranging and shooting on them. They are way below the spinner. Like the gun sight is great. It's great to like line them up and then you pull until you can't see them and they're way down under your nose, and that's where you shoot.
What I do is I offset. So if I'm in a turn with them, I'll like go 2 degrees nose up and I'll look over to the left of the cowling, and then I'll hit the left rudder, or I'll just roll a little bit more right into them. So I like bring the guns down across them, and I don't want with the American Warbirds, you drag them into your gun sight, right? With the Spitfire, you kind of roll the gun sight onto them, and you can
because you can't see them. They're way below the nose.
Hang on.
Jimmy just turned into a real fighter pilot for a second. You see him talking with his hands?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
That was good.
That was yeah. That was good. That was awful. Yeah. What else? Playability and fun. We kind of hit on that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I think
I would say it's one of my top recommendations for Warbirds.
Yep.
For if people want to fly Warbirds, the Spitfire is right there. And on top of that, like with the Normandy map, you're flying a Spitfire out of England across the channel. Like there is not really anything more to say about it than that. And it's a good looking airplane. It's just a really, really good looking airplane.
It does all that, plus it doesn't punish you. Like you don't get tail slip, you don't snap roll. I mean,
you do, but you have to really push it to snap roll.
But you can also recover from it like pretty easily too. Like if you do push it beyond like its maximum, you can recover that aircraft easier than say a Mustang.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that. And like we said, it's easier to manage the engine and the other systems. It is limited on fuel.
Oh,
it is limited. Oh, yeah, I was going to say it's limited on the fuel compared to the other bomber or the other fighters. Sound from the developer I thought was good. I didn't really mind the sound. It didn't feel hollow. Like we were talking about with the LA-7, it felt complete. Mm-hmm. And then I got the Echo 19 sound pack for it. And then I was like, oh shit, this is what every module should sound like in DCS. Dude.
Yes.
Especially an F3 view, and you've got 3, 4, 5 Spitfires flying in formation, the sound of them going by. So the sounds are good, but if you Mustang or Spitfire, if you haven't gone and downloaded the Echo 19 sound pack, you're at a disadvantage when it comes to how good this game can sound. I think it's extremely well done. But
yeah, I like that.
And I don't know. I'm sure there's some really good. Like if you own the Mustang and you download some campaigns like Blue Nose Bastards of Bodney, I've got that one, and that's great. It feels like Mustang flying. It's high altitude bomber escorts and stuff like that. I haven't seen, but I'm sure there are some excellent like Spitfire campaigns that make you feel like what it should, like you were defending England from the invaders type of thing.
User files too. There's so much on the user files for the Spitfire.
Actually, there is a really good Spitfire campaign out there that I know of that you guys haven't mentioned yet.
Do tell.
And it is the one that we host all the time, every Wednesday at Warbird Wednesdays on the High Alpha Hooligan servers. Plug done.
Warbird Wednesday, which we're
It's
not
actually
flying
going
right
on
now
right
because
now.
we're recording. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's happening right now. Vader was like, "Are you guys going to be there?" And both me and Jimmy are like, "Nah, bro, we got to go record."
Sorry.
Yeah, we got to record. Yeah.
It's yeah. No, that and the Warbird campaign, that dynamic persistent Warbird campaign that we did last month on 175 was fantastic. I didn't,
that was fun.
I didn't want to fly anything else, and I was like,
Yeah, no, you didn't fly anything else.
I didn't.
That's-
You know what's what would make the Spitfire like even cooler
two engines.
is if you took two Spitfires and hooked them together and made them out of wood, and then put a Bombay in it.
Ooh,
You know what's funny is
tell me more.
when you talk about that, the Mazze actually has double of everything about the Spitfire. Double the engines, double the guns,
Double the people.
double the people.
Double the people.
Oh,
Yeah, let's talk about the Mazze. I mean,
man,
it is the big brother to the Spit and the wooden wonder.
So
Why
we have
would-
to make sure
Go ahead.
we need to make sure we stick to the DCS Mazze here, because if you guys want to watch a really, really good video about the Mazze, Fat Electrician has a phenomenal video about the Mazze and the history of the Mazze.
Fat electrician.
So-
You want to come on the show?
dude,
We are way
that'd be
too small time for that guy.
awesome.
But
He can come on and talk about Buffy the Forehead Slayer.
the DCS, the DCS Mosquito is a really, really well put together module.
I love that.
It is incredibly well done. Like I was saying, made of wood. Why made of
Landing
wood?
struts aside.
Probably
Landing struts aside.
similar to the LA-7 being made of wood. It's because this is World War II and metal is hard to get and hard to make airplanes out of when
Because we
your
need
supplies are
warships.
running low. So they made the Mazze out of wood and put two Spitfire engines on it, and that thing is fast. Fast.
Fun, like
So let's get into the 3D model and visuals.
sexy.
A plus.
Yeah.
100%
Phenomenal.
A plus.
Yeah.
I love flying it. I love flying the Mazze. There's actually a really cool clip on the YouTube, like one of our very first clips that we put up of Scud and I flying the Mazzies together.
Yep.
Yeah, A plus. There's not much. No complaints about the Mazze visual.
I think it is gorgeous.
It is,
And I do love the engines being just outside of the bubble canopy, so that you get a really good look at the flames coming out of the engines when you fly that at dusk or at night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
it glows
Yes.
just out of sight. Like
does.
you guys nailed it.
And the spitter and sputter, like when you first start it, and it's coughing out the exhaust, like
Or
Yeah.
even like with like the iridium gauges at night.
yep. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the night lighting inside of it's phenomenal.
And
Yep.
so, and like the little details about like how there's like chipping in there and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So you can kind of see that kind of stuff. And, but then there's things that didn't have to get modeled in it that they did model. And I can appreciate that, which is like the super secret cool radio in the back.
booming radio.
And
Beep beep beep.
I
Which
have
way
Now,
to go?
I was going to talk about that here in a
Yeah,
second.
I was like, I was just trying to lead you in on that because I never messed with it, but I knew Scud was
It's like
obsessed with it for like a
ET
month
radio
straight.
home.
Well, so let's talk about the systems then. And this goes to the same thing we've said about the Spitfire. What the hell are the Brits thinking when they design a cockpit? Like, I mean, they can design an airplane beautifully, but when they design a cockpit, it is I can't wait for the Lancaster to come out just so I can see another completely ridiculous Brit design cockpit. It is same thing. The compass is this old ship compass looking thing, and the instrumentation and switches, half of them aren't labeled, and they're all over the place in odd, weird places. The gun sight, you'd think it would be really smart to like put the gun sight in front of the pilot. No, it's like every time you shoot, you have to lean way over to look out the gun sight, and
There is a button that you can automatically move to it.
Not
But
in
that's-
not
I
in
think that's-
No,
VR
it's-
like
I
the
think that's-
Lord
you got to
intended.
lean over, man. You got
It's-
it's like
it's-
you got to fly it like the Lord
Oh
intended.
my
Um,
gosh.
It is
Who invited
multi-crew.
this guy?
And the interesting thing about this airplane being multi-crew is that the navigator does nothing that he's there to do nothing with any systems other than what the pilot wants him to do. Like a real crew member navigator would. Like you put the gear up and down, and you move the flaps, and you manipulate the fuel switches and things like that. But it's not like the other multi-crew where the other person has a distinct set of like controls that they're manipulating to do something. Like you're just sitting there. You're just hanging out. The radio's behind you.
You're in the back seat. It's like, sit down, shut up. You're like, okay. Like because the pilot's here. You're like behind their shoulder. Like, but here's a quiz for you guys. There's one system that the navigator is the only person that can manipulate, and you have to switch the 2-seat to turn it on. Do you guys know what that is?
It's the fuel system, right? It's the fuel tanks, right?
No, you can get them from the pilot seat. You just have to turn way around.
The oxygen for the crew, it is up in the wheel well on the right side, and you can't manipulate it as a pilot. You have to go from 1 seat to 2 seat.
Okay.
Go up there and turn it on so you don't pass out.
There you go. That's the one thing you have to do.
Wait, you guys took the Mosquito over like 500 feet AGL?
Yeah, that's not what it's designed for.
Yeah, no.
So
flood it.
On the systems notes, it is complex, but in a really like fun way, especially like night lighting. Just figuring out how to get all the different lights on the plane, because it's not like you just have wingtip lights. There's like 7 different like lights you can turn on,
and like you have to angle them too, because your landing lights, there's like 2 little handles. You can be like, oh no, we're landing. Oh, the lights go like here. No, we're taking off. And then you like adjust. It's like it is lights.
I will say the radios behind me have always just been eye candy, right? Until I finally like sitting in the navigator's seat with nothing to do, I was like, I'm going to figure out these radios. And I read a little bit about them, and you can, like, they're really complex, but you can get them up and running and turn them on. And if you learn how to run the radios, and if a mission builder puts the right type of device in the map, and it's a certain type of, it has to be added in by the mission editor, but there is the ability to use the radios in the back to bring up like an ADF nav aid type system where you get needles that show the signal strength and if you're on course. So you could, and I'm sure there are already campaigns out there where you have to navigate off of that system correctly to get to where they're going. They would drop bombs off that system. They would use the signal strength and then arc off of a station in England. And they knew if they arced off the station at the right distance and kept the signal at the right point, that there was another signal that they would see. They would see the needle start to do something with the second signal, and that would signal to them, hey, you're about to drop your bombs. And when that needle hit its peak, it was bomb drop. This was all like math calculated so that if you were in the right spot at the right time and the needles told you were there, and that you could drop your bombs without seeing the ground. Yep. And all of that is modeled if the mission builder, the campaign builder, puts the right systems in for that. It's just really like it's this whole complex system that they modeled that probably 1% of the people that fly this airplane have ever messed with, but it's impressive that that's in there.
Electronic triangulation.
And then Scud gets bored. With it and shuts off one engine. Like,
I don't know. Not in the Mazze. When we're flying the Herc, I would do it. In the Mazze, I don't have to shut out the engine. It will get shot out. Like at least half of every flight, you're going to lose an engine from flak. It's going to happen. Which brings us to the flight model. Fantastic. And then you lose an engine, especially if it's a critical engine, and you are just foot to the floor trying to limp that thing back home without rolling over.
Foot to the floor. Yeah, all the trim, feathered.
That flight model is punishing.
Dude. Yeah.
But I'm going to do it. I'm going to make an admission in the special menu for the Mazze and a lot of the other Warbirds. There is a rudder assist option. And I like to use it.
Ooh.
Because I want to fly enjoying the plane, and I don't want to sit there and have to fight it for dear life the entire time.
So here's
so yeah, if you're a bitch, you can use the rudder assist. No, but it is a really well done flight model, and it is very difficult to fly this thing on one engine, and you are probably going to lose an engine because it's going to get hit. That's just the way this goes. There are other things about the flight model that are awesome too. Like this airplane, huge wing. Like when you're doing ground attack and just doing big wing over chandelles to turn back on target, it's so much fun. The wing flex which you
Oh,
don't see in
dude.
Warbirds, but it's a
Yes.
wooden wing, and you pull and you watch those wings flex, and you actually get like wingtip vortices coming off of it, which is just brilliant. But it's a wood wing, so you
Don't
can
pull
rip
too
the
hard.
wings off this airplane when you're fast. And that has happened. There's so many times, especially right out of a jet into a Mazze, and I'm like diving on a target, and then I pull off the target, and it just a fuselage spiraling into the ground because both wings went pop, gone. I will say that since getting the Mazze, I have found the Mazze to be way harder to fly at high speed because the Mazze works with that module when it comes to compressibility. And so when you get this airplane really fast, you don't have a lot of pitch control due to compressibility. And you don't have a lot of fine control. It's like you're pulling all up or all down, and it fights you. And you can see that in the 3D model when you are going fast and you start to pull out of a dive. Look at the actual stick in the cockpit. Even though your joystick is moving full back, that flight stick in the cockpit's moving like maybe an inch. Like that's all it's going to give you.
That's also something that killed a lot of P-38 pilots.
Yes.
Before they made it to the L model, where they put the little dive spoilers.
Yep.
Out to
Same thing. The
Speaking of
P-47 P-47 has dive recovery spoilers as well.
Speaking of P-38s, ED, P-38.
Oh my God!
people
Please,
Oh.
The people want it.
it will
People
sell.
want the P-38.
Wags,
Yes.
it will sell.
Yes. If you listen, if you want these matriarch cores,
Yeah.
you're gonna you're gonna put out a P-38.
When it comes to the P-38, if you build it, they will come.
So
Yeah.
so back to Mazze, and we've talked about how fantastic it is to fly. I've got to throw out the hooligan pro tip of the day, and that's taking it off.
I was gonna say we haven't talked about takeoff yet.
Everybody, here's the cycle that everybody
The
goes
hardest airplane to take off in DCS.
through easily. So here's the
Hands
cycle
down.
everybody goes through. Everybody buys the Mazze. Everybody goes instant action with the Mazze. Everybody goes through, learn to cold start in the Mazze. And then you go to taxi and take off in your Mazze and you start spinning. You're like Tokyo Drift. And it is rough because you have this brain cycle. You're like, oh, I'm going to use a rudder, but no, you don't have enough air cross there to, turn. Then you're like, oh, I'm going to try to tap the brakes. No, that ain't going to work either.
Don't tap the brakes.
That don't work. Then you're like, oh, I'm just going to offset with the throttles. No, that ain't going to work either. The hooligan pro tip, when you get lined up, roll 5 or 6 feet and make sure your tail wheel is sitting straight down center line, because whichever direction that tail wheel is pointed when you hit throttle, that's where you're going. And it takes a brain doctor to teach you.
Dude, it is a hard airplane to take off. Even having started to get it down, it's not. You don't relax. Like, it is still a huge amount of concentration.
Well,
I still modulate the throttles to try to keep it lined up, but the tail wheel being straight is the key.
Yep.
And then smooth, slow power push,
Smooth,
and then
slow power.
the trim. Learn what the trim needs to be at, because it is a wonky trim to get this plane off the ground. And then even then, you finally get it off the ground, and you're just like, all the trim you put in to get it off the ground, you're now fighting it.
Immediately
You're
gone.
like, you're like fighting the plane. And then don't put the flaps up right away. That was a mistake I learned too. I was like, oh, gear up, flaps up. No.
and
Gear up and then wait a little while.
Fly
Get some
some more.
speed.
and
Yeah,
then when you and just about when you think you're fast enough to take off, wait another 20 miles an hour
Oh, yeah.
and then take off.
I hold
Or
that
else-
nose down for a while. And it's funny, like you mentioned trim, because it is like you got to do right aileron trim, you're going to right rudder trim, you're going like buttload of freaking nose down trim, and then as soon as you take off, you're like fighting that immediately. Stick is back to the left, and you're like flipping it as fast as you can, to kind of zero
Well, because
out.
it's on those stupid little knobs, right? So that's what that's what the
What are they
bombardier,
on?
like, the nav is doing.
That's
The
what.
knobs, the little knobs.
Yeah, that's what the navigator should be doing,
Yeah,
setting the
Yeah,
trim and
he's
stuff.
just- he's-
I
he's
feel
spinning-
like-
he's spinning the knobs.
I feel like once you break ground in the Mazze, I feel like it's one of those circus acts where somebody's spinning plates on sticks, and you keep running to this plate and spinning this one, and like it just feels like that's what I feel like I'm doing when I'm flying it. Once I get up,
It is.
once you get it all cleaned up and you're flying, though, it's a dream. It trims out really well in flight.
Yeah, once you're over like 250 miles an hour, like that plane is a Cadillac.
It's fast.
Or
But
should I say a Rolls Royce, because it's
no, it's okay. Cadillac. Well,
Well, the
First race of F1, they did okay. We'll give them time in the season, but it is like a Rolls Royce with guns and bombs. Let's talk about boom boom.
So
Boom boom.
one thing I want. So we talked about like the odd switchology and everything. The oddest thing with the switchology when it comes to weapon systems has got to be the rockets, because it's like a Chinese finger cuff. You know, like
It's a Chinese finger trap. Right?
That's what it is. That's how you arm your rockets. You'd be like, oh, there's a hole in my fuselage. Boop, rockets are armed. Like,
yeah, it's back to the same switchology though. You're like, I'm going to turn the guns on. Let me open the gun safety switch and then turn the switch down to on. And yeah, the rocket switch is this like finger trap that you have to like get your finger under, and this it's weird.
I'm sure it was added like as an afterthought.
I'm absolutely sure it was, and the same with the bombs. Like,
you mean the bomb cabinet?
It's a household.
The bomb cabinet, yeah.
It's a household circuit breaker where you're like, I don't know which breaker's broken, you know, and you're
hitting
them all.
Start flipping them.
And then there are other weird things too about, like, you know, I can't tell you how many times every one of us have gone on a bomb run and then hit the pickle button and we're like, oh, the bomb doors. We forgot the bomb
You
doors.
gotta open them.
But this thing packs a huge hit.
Yeah.
Like it's got, what is it? What are the cannons in the nose? I can't remember.
420 mils.
420 mils.
And then it's got, it's at least 4 303s in it.
It's got,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a ground pounding beast. Plus you've got the rockets, and then you've got bombs, and you've got bombs in the bomb bay and bombs under the wings. We don't have the I don't know if the Mazze carried the dam busting bombs, but it's got lots.
Bombs. We want the barrel bombs.
But I don't know. I had to look the history up if it did. But on the note of all these weapons, though, it's also the most HOTAS intensive Warbird for weapons, because you need a trigger for guns, and then a button for cannons, and then a button for bombs, and a button for rockets. You could be attacking a target with 4 separate button pushes to fire all the weapons. It is a monster. And it is, I don't think bombing is easy in a dive. It's like every Warbird, you've got to get the speed and the angles just right. Yeah. But coming in really fast, low, and putting like an 11-second delay on the bombs. Oh, so good. You got enough time to drop the bombs, peel off, look over your shoulder, and then boom, 10 seconds later.
I actually want to talk about this, because the last Warbirds Wednesdays that I flew in, and I was just flying top cover and shooting guns because I was in the Mustang, I saw you two doing these low altitude passes in the Mazzies and skipping bombs across the water. And Jimmy was like, yeah, totally, you could do this. And I was like, wait, we could do this in DCS? Like, the bomb just... So please, before I lose my freaking mind, like, tell me how you managed to do that. Like, that was
Dog.
Yeah, it was Dog.
Dog Door was the one that taught us this.
300 miles per hour, low level. And then you hit them, because the friction, when you drop those bombs, they don't just stop. You know, they got to go somewhere. The energy's got to be dissipated. It goes pop, 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 you know? And then you just wait for it to hit the boat.
Because I saw you guys throwing them into the sides. Yep. Like, I was... Like, at that moment, like, when I got shot down,
I got goosebumps just thinking about
minute and a half afterwards. Yeah, like, I sat there and I actually left the server and then hit download on the Mazze to like re-download it and put it back in my computer, because I was like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. Like, I have to
dude, it's fun doing those low level. That's what that plane did, man. Low level, under the fog, super high speed ground attack, and bouncing bombs into side of ships.
Kudos to DCS, because I did not know that was even possible, but you guys like were doing it, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you do that at night. We did one ship attack in the Mazze at night, and it was a dark night, and it's already scary as hell being that low at night. But then you've got the Mazze has these spotlights so that it can fly at night and see the ground in front of it.
Miata lights.
But the spotlights like were lighting up, and I didn't know that
you can do one up, one down. Like,
yeah. Well, there's the landing lights, but you've also got spotlights in the nose, and I didn't know that it did this in DCS, because I've never done this before with spotlights on the plane while I'm flying low over the channel. But the water it lights up green. Like it's a green light, like when the light hits the water, it's a green glow from the water. So being like super low, 50 feet over the water and sensing your height off this weird green, it almost looks like NVG green glow from the water as you're dodging glowing tracer rounds. That was fun.
So wait, so even in the water at night now is because the green glow is like bioluminescence and photoplankton and shit like that in the water.
Bioluminescence.
And that's like, well, there's like a legit thing because like
I just went to Moana.
one of the most famous. Yeah, you did. Listen. I'm a toddler. I've watched it a times. No, because one of the most famous accounts of talking about that was actually from the movie Apollo 13, where Tom Hanks, as Jim Lovell, was talking about how he was like finding the carrier on the way back home.
You're right.
And he followed the trail.
Bioluminescence, that was stirred by the carrier.
That's even modeled in DCS. Like I'm just finding all sorts of shit. Like
Yeah, and I don't know if it's bioluminescence or if it's just the way the light reflects through the water at night, but it was a really cool effect. Mazze's super damn fun. It is. Can you fight another fighter in it? Yeah, you can. You better be damn good, and they better be really bad if you want to go against a German fighter in it. But
bring a friend.
But can you
get fast?
But if you get jumped by an enemy fighter, can you outrun them?
Yeah.
In a Mazze?
absolutely.
Probably. That thing is
down
monstrously fast.
Yep.
Also super easy to manage the engines until they get hit.
When they get hit.
It's the only airplane because it's right now it's the only like true multi-engine that's not like a centerline thrust. Well, I take that back. Now we have the C-130, but up until that point, it's the only DCS module we have where single engine or an engine failure in a multi-engine airplane aerodynamics play a factor. Like you there's a speed VMCA, which is your minimum control speed with an engine out. And if you get below that speed, you don't have any more control authority to keep the plane upright. It's going to roll over, and you have to be above that speed. And in the Mazze, if you've got one engine, you can keep it above that speed, but you'll find out really quick when you get slow that there is no stopping this plane from rolling upside down. I've watched Jimmy multiple times come into land, and I'm like, don't go slow, just don't go slow. And then all of a sudden he's like, I need to look F2 him, and he's upside down.
Yeah,
but you'll find that speed really fast when you lose an engine and then your other engine gets hit and you start losing power. And it's this helpless feeling where you're like, I can't go any lower. I can't clean up anymore. I can't stomp on the rudder any harder, and I'm losing speed. And it is just like this helpless feeling knowing this is not, I either need to bail out or I need to shut both engines down and glide in and land, because once the other engine starts losing power, you will crash this airplane. And it is just phenomenally well modeled.
And then the navigator does his second job, which is pop the hatch so you guys can shuffle out of it.
That's a cool thing too, though. When you do bail out, the little hatch pops, and then your character like leans down and lunges out the door.
You like roll out, dude.
It's a well modeled there.
Before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, never. No. Yeah,
always.
I definitely can't tell you that they're wearing blue flight suits with ties on with yellow vest vests.
None of us have ever had to get out of the Mazze
in the last
right after
in
takeoff.
The last hour.
Yeah, true statement. Two truths to the lie. That's the true statement.
I think this whole episode has just been gushing over both these modules. So I think it goes without saying, but we'll say it anyways. Both the Mazze and the Spitfire are fantastic Warbird modules in DCS.
Yeah.
They go together
I
well.
think if you haven't gotten one or the other, get the Spitfire first, because you can go fight in it, and it's a little bit easier to manage. But the Mazze is well worth full price, let alone buying it on sale. But if you get the Mazze, you're going to have to put some practice and work into getting that thing off the ground. Because
you know what's going to help you fly the Mazze better? A Moza. And you know where you're going to buy a Moza? By clicking the link for us. Because
we have a link? What do you mean a link?
We have a link. We have.
You mean like an affiliate?
And the guys have told me that there is a 5% discount on that link.
Oh,
yeah, so
so you can buy through this. Yeah, SimFab.
That's why I said SimLab.
Secret Labs. You just
Yeah,
combine
wait.
it both.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be even cooler if we get a High Alpha Hooligans seat.
That would be dope. High Alpha Hooligan stitching.
You got them hooligans holding up
Yeah.
your butt
Look at
while you're
this thing.
flying.
This neck pillow
Let
is
us-
magnetic.
Let us. Oh my God, nah. How much is that chair? I need to get one now.
It's not cheap, but yeah, we are
But I
affiliates
am,
now.
so-
We are affiliates now with a few different things. One of them is Mazze. We will have our affiliate links right now on somewhere on our YouTube. We are going to be making a web page, and that way, instead of having a ton of links, you can just go to one link. That will have our Discord, that will have our Patreon, that will have our merch, that will have our affiliate links and all that. But right now, if you are interested in gear, you want a bit of a discount, you want to throw a little money back to the podcast to help us out, buy through our affiliate links. Thanks for reminding me on that, Fifi. That was
That's a
a
good
good
Did you like
save.
that? That was-
Yeah.
that was
That's a
yeah,
good
that
segue
was good.
to- legitimately though, like the Mazze gear that's out right now, the AB6, the AB9, like when it comes to flying Warbirds, nothing can touch it. And I've
Oh, force feedback in a Warbird is
Yeah,
that's what it's made for.
I've been through a few sticks, in my day. But
Yeah, he's got a website. You can see that on.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean, like that ecosystem, that the Mazze cockpit, the software, the actual feedback, like the tangible feel of the airplane in your hand, like it the game changes. It's a world changer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
98% of it, 97% of it. And then the 3% is when Mazze does an update and changes a setting like elevator weight, Mazze, and it completely breaks that feature. Fix it. Come on, guys. But no, it is the software otherwise is fantastic.
I mean, you can always roll it back, but then you lose the other new stuff, and then it's like, whoa, which ones do I want to give up? But yeah,
Yeah.
it's still new. It's still under a year old. Mazze cockpit's still brand new in the grand scheme of things. But it's
Well-
the best flight gear you can be on with any Warbird. So, and then one thing I want to say about the Spitfire and the Mazze is if you're
Go do it.
if you're not flying in any Warbird servers, like Fifi said, we host one. We just finished out a dynamic persistent campaign that was fantastic. Go buy the Spit, buy the Mazze. Just go do it. Because between those two airplanes, you can do everything in every Warbird environment that you can imagine inside DCS, and you will excel at every aspect of flight and strike and attack. So,
And it's so much fun.
mhm.
They're both so much damn fun.
So to start wrapping this up, Grammy music starts playing in the background. Overall, Warbirds are awesome.
Yep.
Fly more Warbirds.
It will make you
Buy
Yeah,
more war
LA-7.
bonds.
Warbirds will
More
make you like the
Warbirds,
game in a whole different way. It's like a
Yeah.
romantic era of
There's-
aviation.
The LA-7, fantastic module. Great job, guys. The sound will get fixed over time. We know it will.
I like the
but-
cannons.
Incredible module. Looks really good. Flies really good. Sounds decent.
If you guys want to come
We'll
on
do
the
better.
show, email
Octopus.
address is
Um,
highalphahooligans@gmail.com or talk to 9line.
yeah. Yeah. No, don't talk to 9line about us though. He might be like, oh, those guys.
No,
He'll just send you a meme back about us.
yeah.
Yeah.
We like 9line.
Clowns, just be a clown
9line's our
face.
guy.
And then the Mosquito and Mazze must-haves. Must-haves. I would
Hands down.
if I had to put a top 3 set of aircraft that you need to buy if you're going to be if top 3 aircraft that you should buy
Hornet.
if you're interested in Warbirds. If you're interested in Warbirds,
Hornet.
is Mustang,
Oh, okay.
Mustang, Spitfire, Mazze. Those are the 3.
I would agree with that.
You can't go wrong with any. Of
I
those.
love all the Warbirds, except the I-16. I mean, it was good. It just didn't scratch the edge.
That was
I
so much
tested
fun.
it, but
That's such a different
I love all the
airplane.
Warbirds. They're all great. I love the German Warbirds, and I love the P-47. But I will. If somebody asked, I would agree exactly with Fifi. Mustang, Spitfire, Mazze are the top 3 for me.
Yeah, and in no particular order either. I would put the Mazze after you get either the Mustang or the Spitfire, and I would suggest you fly the Spitfire before you fly the Mazze. But
I would also say, on that note, I would say the Spitfire is better than the Mustang, but that's just because it's refined, and Sean Connery would fly
I
that
wasn't
one.
You know, I was
It's like
gonna be
this
civil
while you're
about
flying,
this.
and as you go past
was gonna be
Fifi,
civil.
it's like this.
I was gonna be nice, but you know what? I'm the editor. I can
It
just edit
is-
that out.
Oh,
I can just edit
boo.
that out. I'm the
But
editor.
listen, Doug's not wrong. It is refined. It is refined in flight. The Mustang is a rabid animal that is poised to kill. And you have to harness that animal. Like, you've got to train. It's like being a dog handler. Like, you might
Sure.
get bit, but, you know, you're going to look cool while you do it.
Yeah. So, anyways, we got a post show to film now.
Yeah, which you can access by joining our Patreon as soon as we have it up and running, which will be shortly.
Yeah. So
I guess on that note, we need some dad advice from Jimmy.
yeah,
Nope, he's thinking about it. He's never
Bad
prepared.
advice. All right, listen, guys.
I know we always
Listen.
smack them with it out of the blue.
There's a.
He's like, what? Almost a year of doing this, and you're going to ask me this every episode?
Oh my gosh. So
It has been a year too, isn't it? Been? Oh, not yet. Coming up.
And we got one more month. April, I think, right? Yeah. So, dad advice: as you begin to age, you know, you got to pick up a few hobbies, and some of them are, you know, you got to go down one of three roads. One is you become an expert in an era of history, specifically around the war. So World War I, World War II, Civil War. You know, you pick your war. You got to learn one war. That's
It's
a
true.
mandatory thing. Then one of the other two, they're optional. You gotta pick your route, pick your own destiny. One, you either have to learn how to make your own beef jerky or riverboat gambling.
Oh, well, hold on though. You're missing one.
Oh, send it.
There is a point where you also have to buy cargo shorts and New Balance shoes to stand in front of your like 5th generation Corvette you just bought, because that is the midlife crisis like checklist.
No, it's
like that
I
is
think it's C6 now. Like it's not the
okay.
5
Yeah,
anymore.
sure. It's a sixth generation vet, but it's always a 6th generation vet that is. This one's super special. Like this one is it's a certain combination package that they
It's
only
only
made like 14,000 of them.
It's only
And this
highway
one's-
miles too. I mean, you know.
Yeah. see, my quote unquote midlife crisis was was buying a Harley and only wearing flat bill caps for a long time with a plaid shirt, and I have a collection of Vans.
you dust them off before you start
Yeah, I
dancing.
do. I
You
do.
go elbows up, side to side.
So I have a Jeep and a Harley, and I'm like, I just realized like I am that guy.
Yep. Fifi's inner cholo's coming out.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, guys, this is fun.
All right.
I got some apes I got to put on that thing now. Anyways,
Rifle Kazoo, guys. Thanks for watching.
see ya.